Flat Earth British, sub-channel Lee speaking. Hi, peeps. Um, I want to do something completely different. I was going to follow one from my last video, but no, this came up instead, and no, not this. This came up instead, and it's really good and really interesting, and I'm going to show you. Okay. Yeah, that was all kind of went wrong. Yeah, this is take two. So yeah, this is me, Flat Earth British Sub, associated with. Oh, it's gone. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Associated with Flat Earth British, Martin Leakey. Yeah, yeah. So this is going to be about astrology. I have to tell, I've just messed everything up before I've done this video. I just spent 33 minutes doing it and it all went wrong. And I've just closed stuff, so I'm a little bit lost, but never mind. So yeah, I'm talking about the zodiac. I'm talking about astrology, about the whole thing about relationship advice, dating tips, zodiac love, compatibility, and all this stuff that's all got to do with the stars, the 12 zodiac signs, and facts, and the whole thing about you can't mix and match. Oh, he's a Taurus, but I'm a Sagittarius, so we can't be together, and blah 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 blah. And this is actually a big part of people's lives. People really believe this, and they. You get horoscopes in the newspapers or online or morning TV in England, Mystic Meg, etc., etc. But not many people. A lot of people believe in all this. To some, it's as much as a religion is to other people. It's that important to them. Well, I respect their beliefs and everything, of course. But I don't think a lot of them actually understand the origin and how it all works. Okay, because to begin with, this is the gospel of astrology, and horoscopes and all that kind of thing. So if you was born in March 21st or April the 20th, you're on Aries, so on and so forth. And well, let's click on here. The profile of an Aries. One thing you can be certain of, you're this, and etc. etc. Blah blah blah. So it's people use this to define themselves and to define others around them. So it's to some of us it's a bit of a joke, but it's actually quite serious because people take this very, very seriously. Right? But how does it all work? Okay, now I accidentally got into this. I didn't want to get into it as such, but I understood that it was partly to do with my research, and it was about 6 years ago. I was a born again Christian at the time, a biblical disciple Christian, totally into it, and I was just researching the second coming and stuff like that, and the history of constellations and stars and their original names. Like, for example, you've got Cancer. We called it Cancer today, and it's in the form of a crab, but originally it was a manger and it wasn't called Cancer, and it's really quite complicated. I don't want to go into it because that's not what this is about, but I'm just highlighting this anyway. This is the gospel of astrology. And this is serious in people's lives. But I'm saying they don't necessarily understand the foundation of it, where it came from, and blah blah blah. According to the historical narrative that we've been told, which is probably lies anyway, but it's kind of irrelevant. I've just got to paint a picture here. So yeah, if you're born between May the 21st to June the 22nd, you're a Gemini. You can't be an Aries, you can't be a Virgo, you can't be a Libra, you can't be anything. It's tough. Yeah, you're going to be a Gemini. Yeah, but on that date, you're a Gemini. Tough luck. Right. And that's it. Now I'm going to go into how it all works and where it all came from. But first off, I'll tell you where this is supposed to have all come from. When I was researching it years ago, it comes from Egypt. And the year given is 1250 BC. Yeah, before Jesus was born. And I just got lost for a second then. And that's it. That is what the truth has been for the longest time. But today, I was just going back into it, researching it on the internet, and the whole story's changed. You know, they don't even mention Egypt anymore. They talk about Babylonia and all kinds of different stuff. It's like they've just flooded the internet with just Today, if you wanted to find out where it came from and why we've got this dating system with the the signs, you'd never know, because there's so many contradictions and you've just got no way of knowing. Fortunately, I did do this a while ago, so I do know. So yeah, it's 1250. So what is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, blah 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 blah? They are groups of stars in the dome above the flat Earth. They're groups of stars, and the group have got names. Yeah, I mean there are actually lots of constellations in the dome. Well, there's lots of groups of stars anyway. But what it is that I'm going to show this to you. The sun just happens to only pass through all of these constellations throughout the year. Just these, even though there's others, the sun's path, from the perspective of the Earth, which I don't know if you don't understand, passes only through these. Okay? So that's why these constellations are highlighted and given names, and you've got this whole like religion, faith thing into it. But you'll understand anyway, so go on. So yep, just remember the dates, remember the names, remember why, blah blah blah. Now I'm going to show you how it all came about. I just put that on there because I thought it was funny. So it's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Right, here's the program. Stellarium is completely free on the internet. Put it back there. And this is the program. Right. This has evolved a lot since I used it 6 years ago, so bear with me. It's a little bit more complicated than I remember. Okay. Yep. But before I actually go into the whole astrology thing and everything, I just want to do a flat Earth thing. I hope this is working. Is my mouse on? Oh, looks good. This is the second time round, guys. I've done this second time. So this is the globe Earth. This is a NASA cam, and this is I don't know what this is. I don't know what you call that. An ex anti NASA cam. Imagine living on a world like that. You'd always be walking uphill, wouldn't you? So anyway, back to flat Earth. So go to obviously a time and date. You go back in time to the 1st of January. It's irrelevant. The date is irrelevant. Don't worry yourself about it. Yeah, so this is kind of like a normal day. So I'm just going to go with the narrative that we've been given all of our lives. I'm just going to use the same terminology that they used. Anyway, so yeah, we've got north. This is Egypt, by the way. I've stuck myself in Egypt. I can go anywhere in the world, but I've decided to be in Egypt. So yeah, this is north. Oop. East. South, obviously the opposite of north, and west, the opposite of east. And we're in the middle. It's just a new day. Oh, get off. And this is the time we've got the sun rising from the east. It always rises from the east. And there it goes. This is an average day. I'm just going to speed it up a bit. Get off. Yeah, so this is a day, this is January, so it's winter time. So just note that the sun came up about here, in between east and south. Now I'm facing south. Just going through the hours here. This is faster. And it kind of goes down between the south and west. 10 minutes. A little bit of drama there. Yeah. And down it goes under the planet. Right. Okay. That's the world that we know all too well. What's that? Why have I got all that text there? Right. Yeah. And now I'm going to go to July. Oh, go away. Yeah, July. So we're going to start looking east again to see the sun rising as it faithfully does every day. So in January, the sun rose here. Oh gosh, no, we don't want the globe. Rose here, and did an arc, and went back down about there. Yeah, so we don't really have much sunlight for that reason, because it's, well, I won't say, I can't, I'm not telling you the truth at the moment. Just observe, if you will. Oh, there we go. I'm just going by minutes. I'm going for dramatics here. I stopped. Here it is. And this is like a midsummer's day. Right, let's go by the hours now. So yeah, sunrise, 7 o'clock in the morning in July, 2nd of July. And look how high it is. Oh, no globe. No globe. How high it's going. And it's not setting down over here. Here it's setting. Right, just jumping out. It's going to setting over. Let's go back. In case you don't believe me. It's sitting down over there. And it's way over. Yeah? So that's what's happening with the winter and the summer. why it's warmer in the summer, why it's colder in the winter. Because in the winter, the sun is like arcing basically over our heads, you know. But in the winter time, the sun pops its head up over here, comes up, goes over, and blah 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 blah. So you don't get much sun really, because the arc is shorter. Right, so that's, we all know that, because that was our indoctrination. But what's actually happening? In fact, I'm just going to go back to January. So we're facing east. Right now, on the flat Earth and the sun, just note that the stars move at the same time as the sun, because they're all in the dome or the firmament. If it's a dome, but it's firmament anyway, it's still a barrier, still a container. So what's happening here, actually, is the sun isn't rising, the sun is coming towards us. Yeah, it's coming towards us on a circuit. And now it's going away from us. Now it's going away. So basically, yep, the sun is on a circuit and it's come up like this and it's going around. Yeah, and now it's going off into the distance, away, south, yeah, towards the edge of the earth. Oh, stop. Yeah, going away. And as I go through the hours, it's going to disappear off into the distance. And because the sunlight is not daylight, they're two different things. Research it. Like, sunlight isn't actually that powerful within itself. Okay, it has a very limited area. I mean, you can even see this in the photograph, can't you? You can already see, you know, its limitations just by looking at the shading and the yellow part here. You can see that. So it's just going away on its circuit. So think about it this way. Right, this is north. This is south. Okay. Now the sun has just done a circuit. How would that work? The sun has just done a circuit going west, south, and east. It's just done a circuit. But its north part of the circuit is our south. Yep. So it's travelling this way, which would be anti-clockwise. The sun's circuit is anti-clockwise, and in the winter, our winter time, January, whatever, yeah, this part here, when it came up here and is going down here, yeah, that's its northernmost part of the circuit as it's going round. Yeah. So the direction it's doing is this. It's going, yeah. This north part is the south part, but we're pretending to be the sun, right? So we're on a circuit going around, right? Look, I'm going around. Hey, I'm going around. I'm going north, west, south, and east. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. And when I get to sort of like, where am I? January. Yeah. When I'm doing January, yeah, my northeast, because I'm pretending to be the sun now. My northeast is between east and south. Yeah. and then I'm going to be coming across that way towards there. So my north part, yeah, is going to be sort of coming across like that and going off. Then I'm going to do a huge arc way, 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 way beyond the south there, way beyond it. Yeah, it's only the tip of the north that's going to be coming up here. And this is what you see. Yeah. So now it's probably sort of going probably towards the west at that point. Yeah, west. Now I'm going to go back in time. Yeah, so sort of bringing it back closer towards us. It's coming towards us. So now it's at its northernmost part on its circuit at this time of the year for us, because its circuit moves. Yep. And now it's going back away on its circuit, away from us, towards the east. But then I'm going back in time. Sorry, I know that's confusing. Sorry. Right, okay. And then, of course, we've got July. Oh, it's June. July. Oh, wait. And the difference here is the northernmost part of its circuit that it's doing, yeah, it's moved. The northern part has moved all the way up here during the 6 months, all the way up to here, almost to north. Yeah, and that's what's happening. No globe, no globe. Throughout the year, that circuit, that way, circuit that the sun's doing every year is slowly moving left or slowly moving right. And depending on where you are on the flat earth, will determine how much of that sun you're going to get as it's doing its circuit. So now we're midsummer. The circuit's moved all the way forward now. I know it appears to be doing the opposite angle, but it's just perspective. It's not what's happening. It's actually done an arc, even though it doesn't look like it, it's doing an arc. Well, the fisheye lens doesn't help either, to be fair. Yeah. So basically, it's still doing its circuit, but the circuit has moved north towards us. So now we've got summer. And off it goes. I just thought that was interesting. I just thought I'd just let you know that's what's going on, in case you didn't know. And now I'm going to get into the whole thing about the astrology and star signs and why the dates are interlinked with the constellations and everything. Okay, so I guess it doesn't really matter what the date is. Right, let's begin. So the ancient Egyptians, by the year 1250 BC, they come to a point in that year and they said, right, we've been studying the stars and, or whatever. Yeah, we finally come to the conclusion, and this is now written in stone, as it were. This is what's going on. Right? So, this day is... oh no, let's put it right. Hold on. Messing it up. 1250 BC. Yeah. So it's the 4th of July, 1250 BC. And now I'm going to tell you what they believed about star signs and constellations and what one you would be. So, these are just constellations. It's just groups of stars, guys. That's all it is. It's just groups of stars that have got names, and that's it. That's all they are. So this is the day of your birth. This is Egypt, apparently. I can set this program to put me anywhere. I put it in Egypt because I wanted to try and authenticate it. So 1250 is your birthday. It's the 4th of July, 1250 BC. Okay. And I wanted to be more dramatic. See? Right. So this is the day, and the sun rises. Ignore the fact that this looks like a dome and it's all moving and the sun's kind of like in it and stuff. Just ignore that. Right. So this is the day of your birth. I should have put some like dramatic music on this, shouldn't I? Now, the sun has risen in the east in the same position as a constellation. And this is how it works. Let's get rid of that because that's quite bright actually. I can't really see. Okay, I'll just jump to an hour. Yep, so if you was born in this day in 1250 BC and the sun rose on that day in the same position as this constellation, then that is your star sign. Yep, that's it. That's what it's all about. Okay, that's all it is. Today, that's not how we see it. Today, it's like, well, whatever dates you're born in, that's your constellation. I'm telling you, yeah, this is how it works. This is how it began, and this is the law, the rules of how it works, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I won't go into it too much. Just need to make the point. Right. But it's rubbish. It's complete rubbish, absolute rubbish, and I'm going to show you why it's rubbish. So let's pick another date. Let's go back to night time. So 16th. I did prepare this in advance, by the way, and I've done this already once. Yeah, so we got facing north, night time. You've just been born 16th of January BC in Egypt at the time. Yeah. So no one's going to argue with you. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Oh, let's go. It's a bit too early, really. Why have I not got my ambience? 7? Yeah, should be alright. Oh. Okay. Facing east, looking toward the rising of the sun. 16th of January. And this is completely consistent. Yeah, it's completely consistent. Okay, is the sun there? Yeah, that was really dramatic, wasn't it? Right, okay, let's get rid of that now. So, jump an hour. Aquarius. Yep. So that's, if you're born in that date, and that's the dating that we have today to determine which star sign you are, because it's based on this. Yeah, you'd be an Aquarius. But let's put this to a date today. So the year 2000. So that was Aquarius, wasn't it? I could jump an hour. Okay, enough with the dramatics now. I'm just going to go for it. And so, obviously, we're facing east, waiting for the sun to rise. It'll be a long time because it's January. It's almost there. gosh, I've already forgotten what it was. Was it Aquarius? I can't remember. I know it's not going to be the same anyway. And now it's in Sagittarius. It's in Sagittarius. Yeah. Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, blah, 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 blah. Venus. Yeah. Now it's in Sagittarius. So if he was born on the 16th of January 2000, you're a Sagittarius. Because that's the foundation of how it works. Yeah. Oh, she's there. Oh, I've deleted it now. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, so inconsistency, guys. Inconsistency doesn't work. Yeah, the whole foundation was wherever the sun rises on the day of your birth is your star sign. And that's how it was in 1250 BC. Yeah, but in the year 2000, it rises in a different constellation. So that doesn't work, does it? Okay, let's just go for another one. So, go for the first of March. Oh, that's not right. What? I don't know. Especially, did I say the 1st of March? What? Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I mean, this software is so advanced now compared to how it was years ago. It's facing this again, so it's not March. It's March. What is that? I don't know what that is. Anyway, night time. Oh, well, yeah, forget the dramatics. Yeah, so the sun is, well, it's cut, well, no, we're going for what they're saying. The sun's risen with the constellation, yeah, and it's in Pisces, isn't it? Definitely in Pisces, yeah. So now, let's go modern kind of year, 1956, example. Oh, sorry, I've just skipped ahead, haven't I? You know. Yeah, so 1956. It's supposed to be the first. 1956. Right, yep. And now, on the same day in a different year, we're in Aquarius. So again, doesn't work. Yeah, it's flawed. It's so bad. It's utter nonsense. Yeah. Let's just do one more. Let's go later on in the year. 1970. Yep, facing east, the sun has risen, and with a constellation, and it's a Libra. Yeah. 50 minus. So if you're born on the 6th of November, you're supposed to be not a Libra, but a Scorpio. Yeah. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work, guys. It's fake. It's fake. It's completely fake. Yeah. So I just wanted to, just come up today. I just sort of like remembered all about that stuff, and I thought, I think that's important because we're all on a discovery to find out who we are and what we are and blah blah blah. And I know an awful lot of people believe in this thing, about star signs and compatibilities with people, and if the moon is in conjunction with Uranus, it's all going to be a bad day or it's going to be a good day, and all this kind of stuff. But it's deception. It's not true. It doesn't make any sense, and it's not real. I've showed you the inconsistencies. Yeah. So let's drop it. Drop the whole thing to do with astrology and horoscopes, and just be a truther. Carry on being a truther, no matter the cost. No matter the cost. Okay, see you next time, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.